Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome. Today we're about to start The Lost Crown, a ghost hunting adventure. We'll be embarking on an eerie ghost hunting adventure featuring real evidence of paranormal activity to solve the mystery of the Lost Crown. But be warned, to seek advice from the dead can have bitter consequences. Not just that, but as M.R. James wrote, who's a famous writer of ghost stories, and he's written some of the best short ghost stories ever. Highly recommend you read his books. One of them is titled "A Warning to the Curious." It's a great audio book, and one of the things he says in "A Warning to the Curious" is there are some things that are meant to be found. There are some things that should be found. There are some things that are meant to never be found. And there are others that are hidden away for your own protection. It is best to heed any warning to the curious. Let us begin our game. Welcome, one and all. It's Frankie's Monster, the Monster of Frankenstein. We'll be starting this game right now. Good health and good fortunes to everyone who watches this. The tarot cards reveal the devil. Now, the devil represents anxiety in tarot card readings. The three crowns, the beginning of our quest. That's where we will begin our quest right now.
Mr. Hare, Mr. Crow, report!
We've lost him, sir.
I don't want your excuses.
Disappeared into the crowds.
Which way was he heading?
The station, sir. He has the documents.
Danvers has seen and heard too much. He knows about the chasm and D-labs. He could have seen the experiment.
How? The firewalls are hack-proof.
To those on the outside, yes.
Ah, he's one of us.
Perhaps I could think of a better purpose for Mr. Danvers.
Shall I get after him, Mr. Hatton?
He'll be catching the last train.
Which platform, sir? There is still time.
No, leave him be. I know which train he's on, and I know where he's going.
Where, sir? Where is he going?
He's going nowhere, Mr. Crow. Nowhere at all.
He is going nowhere. Nowhere at all, he says, huh? Oh, let's see. Where are we going? The Darkling Room presents a ghost hunting adventure. A screenplay by Jonathan Boakes. Evidence on tape. The Lost Crown. Ghost hunting adventure.
All change, please. All change, please. All
Oh, Tawny. Remember that name. It might mean something later on. For those of you that are new, we'll start the tutorial so you can see how it starts. So mind you, what's done in the tutorial does not. Well, I'll tell you when the actual game begins. But let's go. So that arrow, you can move between views. When your cursor changes to a direction arrow, left click to move in the direction indicated. Double left click to move quickly. Walk Nigel to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. You can move between view. Yeah, it just is the same thing. So we click and then left click to bring him over there. Nigel Danvers walks to Sunlight Soap in Reckless Eyes Model. Oh, we got something on the ground there. It says left click to interact with objects or characters. Left click to pick up an item which is dropped on the floor. Okay, to do that, our icon's gonna look like a arrow with like a U thing on it. Left click to interact with the object character. Left click to pick up an item. Yes, we're left clicking right now and picking it up. Now, if you move your cursor down to the bottom of the screen, your inventory is displayed as such. When you have several items, you can scroll to the left or to the right of your collection using the arrows. Right click on an item in your inventory. You see it in a more detail or learn more about the object. In this case, we're gonna right click on the bottom. Okay, then when you move to your mouse to the bottom of the screen, your inventory is displayed. Got it. We right click on the wallet in this case, and we learn that the wallet belongs to the United College East Anglia Lucy Rubens student 0024 campus 070907 210610. A back. Yes, and this little arrow points down is actually the back direction to take you back to where you were. So we're gonna click that right now. And now we can't go any further. Watch if we try to go further this way.
I have no idea where this leads. If it leads anywhere at all.
That means we need to go back. There's no idea where it is.
This could be my last chance.
His last chance to find out where he is. So let's go back here. To use an item, left click and pick it up from the inventory. Left click to hold the item on the screen when you try drag it over. If you no longer want to use the item, right click elsewhere on the screen to return it back to your inventory. Pick up the wallet and click on the station master.
That's not right. Excuse me. Can you help?
Oh, stop, Mr. Danvers.
How do you know my name?
You told me, in between kips.
Kips? You mean I woke up?
Oh yes, I should say so. Quite chatty you were.
Okay. So, we could ask him all these questions, and we will,
We'll
but we're not
return
going to do it right now.
shortly. Very well, Mr. Danvers.
And the reason is, well, we haven't finished the tutorial yet. When you move your mouse to the top left of the menu screen, the menu button will be displayed. Left click on the button to access the menu, where you can load your and save your progress. Okay, so to do that, what you do is move your mouse over to the top left, and it says make your choice. Left click on that. Then over here where it says relive your past, that's so you can load the game. Save your future. So we're gonna save the game. We're gonna overwrite the original save from a while back. Oh, and the only options, we'll go over those real quick. The only options that come out, the options part, that used to be called the choice or the lovers part at one point in the tarot. It's just if you wanted to display subtitles. Yes, in this case, there's no other options to choose. We're just gonna go back. Notice this guy here in the woods? Every time you start the game or load it, or anytime you're on this menu screen at the beginning, he is either there, someplace else in the woods, or he's nowhere at all, or off the near the cliff. And there's always a cat watching those cliffs, watching, waiting for danger. I'm gonna click continue. Now we're doing this because to actually continue the game, he still won't be able to go anywhere because we didn't talk to him. So we're gonna go back. And now we actually get to start the game and actually get to start talking to him. We could ask him those other questions. We're not going to just yet. We will in a moment. We will, I promise. The monsters here. So this is called 200 miles safe inland waterways, the Broads. How they afloat? €4 per week. The Broads, what a crew. They look like a really cool crew to hang out with on the sea liner, don't they? Now see these items here? We'll go over those in a little bit once we're settled in someplace. Now let's take a look at this.
A town? The town of Saxton?
Finland Coast and Harbour. Free guide from clerk at the town museum. The town museum has all the kind. What's this? And look at that old steam train. Beautiful, ain't it? Oh, we already... So we know we are Nigel Danvers.
I don't think I'll be returning to work anytime soon.
Nigel Danvers.
What's this?
So who are we again? Nigel Danvers from the design department with level D access from Haddon Industries. Where's it Hayden? In the back of it says Haddon Industries Research Development. Gives you a series of numbers, probably the amount of time that he's worked there, maybe, and a work number. He doesn't seem to recognize that, so it must be new. This is the Bear, Bishop's Whisper Finland Ale, arrived at Sedgemoor. Not a fan of alcohol. I would much prefer water, teas, coffee, sodas. They destroy your brain a lot less. And change its shape a lot less. We're in Sedgemarsh. What a cool name, huh? But that's for another video. That I'll call thing is beware of the trains. The trains, people, beware of the trains. They're
Excuse me.
alive.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
I don't know. I was hoping that you could.
Good what, sir?
That's an impressive old train.
Old, sir. It may be lacking a little polish here and there, but this old girl hasn't let us down yet.
The tourists must love it. And your outfit.
Outfit, sir?
I see. Reenactment or something.
You've lost me, Mr. Danvers. Was there something else?
Did you see anybody else board the train at London?
Only you? And the young lady?
Young lady? A girl?
Yeah, that's right. Unless I've been getting it wrong all these years.
Where did she get off?
Well, here, of course. Sedgemarsh.
Where did she go? I've seen no other passengers.
Through the fens, I'm guessing. Fancy your chances, do ya?
I resent that remark.
Do you now? Well, that's interesting.
He resented that remark. So it's funny, that is a very old looking style train though, isn't it? Have you been here long? It was midnight when we left London. Have we been here? I thought it does say, have you been here long? Oh my word, I am reading things wrong, master. Have we been here long? It was midnight when we left the train, and I'm sorry about my phone going off there. I'll
We've
mute it.
been here long. It was midnight when we left London.
No, we've just arrived. Bang on time.
There's nothing here. What am I supposed to do?
Maybe Sir should have thought about that before boarding. Usually, out of flood season, we would continue on, but the spring tide flood the fens, meaning Sedgemarsh is our last stop.
What time does the train leave?
No passengers for the return journey.
What? You can hardly leave me here.
You'd rather end up at the terminus, sir.
Okay, if anybody there's from England, London, Europe, can you tell me what a terminus is? Is that the terminal station? Ending at the terminus, it sounds like you're going to the edge of nowhere, you know, and then never to return or something, right? That's the way I would see it anyway. Where does the path lead?
Where does the path lead?
Saxton, sir. Across the fens.
Why doesn't the train go there?
The floods, Mr. Danvers. I did say. During the spring, the line ends here, at Sedgemarsh.
Can I get to Saxton on foot?
Oh, easily, sir. Follow the path through to Saxton.
Big town, is it? Phone, food, a bed?
Big enough, you'll find all you need. A little treasure it is.
Treasure? Why do you say that?
You'll know soon enough.
I see. Very well. I'll see for myself.
That you will. Oh, seeing as you're heading that way,
What?
I found this on the train. The young lady must have dropped it.
That was clumsy. What can I do?
Well, if you're quick, you'll catch her up in no time.
I'll try my best. So long. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, that's right. You didn't. Station master will do.
Oh, goodbye, station master.
Goodbye, Mr. Danvers.
What a curious thing, isn't it? I mean, he just gives the guy like a stranger's wallet, like so trusting to just be like, here, you mind giving this to the person who just left the train? You'll see her soon enough. Like, seriously, you're gonna trust me with somebody else's wallet? That's crazy. Okay, so ours strangely did not have a date, but this one does. 070907, right? And 21/6/10. Well, it's the American style of reading it. European style, or well, probably the rest of the world style of reading it would be 62110, wouldn't it? And 977. Student 00242, campus. Lucy Rubens, United College of East Anglia. She looks. I have a dear friend named Alex. She looks just like that. 0711173, is that the number? Or it's 0717. Sorry, it's a bit far for me to be able to read properly. Frankie needs glasses. Continue for a little. Let's continue here. Nigel gonna head off there. Isn't that a beautiful train? That's pretty cool looking. A little too smoky and steamy for me. Ooh, sounds like the train just took off. For parts unknown, sir. The terminus. Day 1. On the run. But my curiosity strikes again. Peeking at the hidden secrets has cost me my job. At the very least, time to lay low. Find somewhere to hide. Find somewhere to stay. Somewhere isolated, lonely, far from home. Hashtag explain the hat bag if need be. Need to get hair and crow off my back. Hashtag make sure I'm not followed. What an interesting start to the game, huh? This is Sedge Marsh. Let's see, does this tell us where we are? It doesn't. It says this is a path to Saxton. London and beyond is to the trains over here. We have to assume this is where we are. But we can't get to London. We're over here, right? So I guess we can go around. We have a path closed during the spring floods. Sea path closed due to erosion. And this is a Martello Tower. Path to Saxton, it says. Sedgemarsh Nature Reserve. So some things to look out for while we're in Sedgemarsh. At least in this area. Natterjack Toad. Buffo Calamata. The toad is only found in the sandy habitats of Anglia. Feeding excuse me. Where did that come from? Feeding on insects and other small creatures. The name Natterjack is derived from the Anglo-Saxon word nadre, which was used to describe a serpent or crawling creature, often from Saxon mythology, with poisonous skin and a loud croak, often heard as far as a half-mile away. The natterjack is a distinctive beast of the fens and coastal regions of this area. This rare species is protected by the crown. The heron, Andrea cinerea. Most visitors of Anglia will catch sight of the heron as it flies on by in majestic fashion, with their enormous wings outstretched. It is possible to observe the heron in the reed beds and sedge closes of Anglia. While wandering the boardwalks, patience is required as the heron will often stand for hours on end, totally motionless, awaiting the passing of a frog, a toad, or a fish. In desperate times, the heron is known to skewer the chicks of moorhens and crakes on its enormous spear-like bill. Interesting. This place is also known for having a marsh harrier. I'm not gonna even pronounce what that other name is for it. Swooping low over the reeds and marshes of Anglia, the sighting of a marsh harrier is always a commanding sight. The bird is easily identified, being Britain's largest harrier. and is often seen in dusk and dawn, hunting for shrews, voles, and mice among the whispering reeds. There are only 16 breeding pairs in this area of the country, so sighting a courting pair is an honored sight indeed. Grenenback, a Grenenback dragonfly. Suborder and Isoptera, the slowest of Britain's dragonflies. The greenback variety is green in color with large wings and beautifully delicate transparent rings and large eyes, The young dragonfly spends the winter in the murky waters of the fenlands, emerging during the early warmth of April to begin its short life cycle. You will often see the Grenenback dragonfly flitting back and forth along the water's edge nearest the coastal path, and even near habitation. Its strong body and sturdy wings enable the Grenenback dragonfly to venture further from wetlands than any of its other cousins. The mitten crab, so named due to its furry appearance. The mitten crab is a dominating foreign invader of these shores, which endangers many of our native species. Beyond just the crabs and crustacean species, the mitten crab's enormous razor-sharp claws give the creature an almost lobster-like appearance and enable the crab to scythe through fish stocks and even give human bathers a nasty nip. Growing to the size of a large plate, the mitten crab is monitored by the Environment Trust. Azurian frutiliar. The foreign invader can be otherwise known as Mortem decipimus. This foreign invader can be found in the bogs and reed beds and sedges of Anglia. Although harmless to look at, the Azurian poppy is deadly. It is an unwelcome invader to these shores, seeking dominance and colonialization. Caution should be taken when handling this species due to high levels of metrotoxin, known to cause lethargy, dizziness, promote cancerous growths. Steps are being taken to remove this dangerous invader from Anglia. RAPA, the Royal Academy for the Protection of Anglia. So, where's the dragonfly? Hello, little baby dragonfly. How you doing? He's going that way. So, we're gonna go this way. Let's take a look into the swampy water.
Deep, dark, swamp-like water.
Ooh, this sounds nasty. It's the nasty though. Who's that?
There's someone out there, amongst the reeds.
She looks like she's having fun. Hey? Ooh, lightning. Flashes in the sky above.
She's gone. I'll catch her later.
Yes. People, stop throwing your junk in the waters. Everywhere I go on nature walks, through nature trails, there's always ends up being junk thrown around. Glass bottles broken, other bottles laid around, and other junk. You're destroying nature. You're destroying its beauty. If you're gonna go for walks someplace along a park or a nature trail, bring a bag or a backpack with you that you can just throw your junk in, when you're done with it, so you can take it home and throw it in a proper trash can. Stop leaving it out in the nature and destroying the beautiful land that we have.
Deep, dark, swamp-like water.
I love these painted blue flowers. This is cool, so cool looking. Oh, A flag just jumped, a frog just jumped in the water. These are so cool looking flowers though, don't they? They add some nice scenery. It's black and white. But I love the black and white drawings. He done a good job. Ooh.
Symbolic images or ancient graffiti?
There's a heron bird. One, maybe two. Looks like they might be courting each other, huh? Maybe if they fly a little closer. There you go, circling around, looking for prey. We're gonna just go this way for now. See what we have. Okay, going this way leads to the Sedge Marsh thing, which takes to the train station, so we're not gonna go that way. Oh.
Excuse me? Quiet, man! You'll scare him away!
Alright. Apparently we'll scare something away.
Hello! Hello! Nothing but the North Sea. Next stop, Norway.
So, let me ask you this. If you're out on a nature trail and you're walking about, and you happen to see, I don't know, maybe a piece of wood, the name carved on it, broken off a little bit, on the ground, or you see a piece of a broken sign, are you just gonna pick it up and carry it with you and try to find other pieces to it? Might be quite difficult to find other pieces, don't you think? A big part of nature, or would you rather spend your day trying to find the pieces? Well, apparently our character decided to do that. You can only assume he's got a backpack that we can't see, because I don't see where he could have put that sign in that cheesy vest of it. Do you? You all? Can you tell? Right, back to where we were. We're gonna go this way. Why? Because we didn't go that way before. Right. Grinning back dragonfly. Hanging out getting his flies.
Dark, swamp-like water.
Just gonna catch some flies. Just waiting for us to leave so he can get his flies, I bet. Getting his dinner for the night. We'll keep on. This must be the Martello Tower. Alright. Let's keep going this way then.
Hello! Hello!
It looks like another piece of the something. Yeah. I can't believe we're just picking this stuff up, putting it who knows where. It looks like they may go there, but let's see if there's another piece. Oh, good, there's no one close by. Did you hear that foghorn?
I have no idea where this leads. I have no idea where this leads.
There's a chance to go on an adventure, but he's like, I have no idea where this leads. How do you expect to go to town if you have no... You keep walking until you get to a place where either it ends, you have no choice but to turn around and go back, or you keep going until you find land or something. Nope. I guess 9 is. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're supposed to line these babies up. Beware, dangerous. Undercurrent and erosion. Oh, seriously, I can't get this part right. There we go.
Dangerous undercurrents. I should take that as a warning. To watch my step from now on.
A warning to the curious. Your first warning.
What on earth is that?
And that's your second warning. Coming from the cave itself. But guess what? Since you won't go the other ways, this is the only way we can go. And suddenly he's brave to go in there because he says, nothing ventured, nothing, and just goes right on in.
What's this? Treasure? Perhaps my time here won't be entirely wasted.
Friday, April 18th. Notice how there's no year. It includes weekend radio listing. Treasure hunters, descend on sleepy town of Saxton. Ancient coast ravaged by spring tide. Hundreds of archaeology enthusiasts, treasure hunters, tomb robbers, and wreck explorers are due to descend upon the small Anglia town of Saxton this coming week. Coastal erosion caused by the spring high tides has caused many acres of our Anglia land to fall into the sea, lost forever. Ancient earth is lost to the waves as more of the land is exposed to the elements and greedy treasure hunters. There's a treasure out in the fens waiting to be found, says the visiting metal detector enthusiast Laurie Stone, 56. Stone is only one of many glory seekers hoping to find the lost Anglo-Saxon crown, believed to be the last of the 3 such treasures created thousands of years ago for the ancient rulers of the kingdom. There's treasure in these here fens. Treasure or no treasure, the spring tides and the May Day festival always bring many to the small harbor town in search of the legendary mystery and mythology. It's always good for business. We have regulars who come back year after year for the May Day fair and the possibility of finding English treasures. The Saxton pub landlady, Morgan Minkle, 29. Anglia has an ancient and fascinating history, with confirmed history dating back to the Celts. Many experts, including Saxton's own Professor Hardacre, believe many of the later Anglo-Saxon treasures have yet to be found. Gruels, antique and collectibles. Reduce your flesh by wearing. Wait, we can't go in here. Let's go this way. Ooh, a door. Something was barred in here. Wonder why. No peace in death. Monday, April 2nd. The humble folk of Saxton were horrified to discover an 80-year-old corpse floating in the still harbor waters last weekend. The body was spotted by local man Bob Tawney while doing his milk and bread round. Horrible it were, said Mr. Tawney. It were falling to bits. You could barely call it human. It was so rotten and putrid. Identifying the body took little time. After police discovered the local graveyard had become flooded and disturbed by the unusually high spring tides. The Saxton area is experiencing an unexpectedly wet spring, leading to widespread flooding and coastal disturbances. They come floating across the sea out of the fog. The once quiet graveyard now all but destroyed by the approaching sea, meaning earther bodies will be disturbed from what was intended to be an eternal slumber. They come floating across the sea out of the fog and into our small town, continued Mr. Tawney. The fishing has had to stop, the water being so badly polluted. The week's catch sits around the town waiting to be burnt. The smell is unbearable. The fish folk of Saxton are hoping May Day festival is not affected by the gruesome events. Corpses swept free from the graveyard. Skin peel, health soap that stops body odor by scraping your skin clean. Look at this place, huh? You see the shadows walking back and forth, back and forth. What is that? A dragon, maybe?
Some kind of sea monster.
A creature. A naga, maybe. Okay, we can't go this way. The path is blocked by the boy and his bicycle. All we can do is go that way.
An abandoned building. It looks foreboding.
Foreboding. I love that word. Very foreboding.
There's something in the water.
A lady and her dog. Well, maybe they can tell us where Saxton is.
What's up with him?
Ah, here you are.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I should have said good evening.
Was she expecting us? Saying, here you are? There's something in the water right there. Can you see it? Floating along right there.
What is that? In the water?
A tree stump, I think. Dark and shapeless. It could almost be a small body, couldn't it?
I don't know. It's too far away.
Yes. It could almost be a child's body.
What? We should...
Do not fret, my boy. All will become clear.
All will become clear, she says. Is Saxton near here?
Is Saxton near here?
You're standing on Saxton shore. So yes, you could say you've arrived.
At last! I had to walk across the fenland.
Last train never arrives in Saxton.
Why is that?
I've no idea, dear boy. Saxton's an isolated town.
I'm seeking bed and board in the town.
I'm seeking bed and board in the town.
The bear is most likely to provide what you need.
A bear? Oh, you mean a hotel?
No, I mean the bear. You can't miss him. He'll be swinging tonight.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear me, I'm teasing you. You shall see.
I am a treasure hunter.
Well, now there's a thing.
Thing? I'm seeking my fortune.
Yes, you and the others.
Others? What others?
The Mayday tides bring many to Saxton.
Why is that?
High tides eat away at the rocks, cliffs and sandbanks. The low tides expose that which has been hidden.
Like ancient treasures?
Perhaps. That's and people's fortunes. And futures.
I'm Nigel, by the way.
I'm Nigel, by the way.
Yes, Mr. Danvers, I'm sure you are.
Am I expected?
Oh yes, for some time now. You may change it all. Time will tell.
May I ask you something else?
Feel free, young man.
How is it that she knew our name? She says we weren't expected, but she acts as if we were. And she says, we could change everything, only time will tell.
Is that your dog?
Yes. George and I have been companions for many, many years.
A woman's best friend?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I'll leave you in
I'll
peace
leave
then.
you in peace.
Very well. I'll be seeing you again, sooner or later.
Where will we go?
There's something in the water.
Well, there's only one path for us, so let's go this way. Isn't this beautifully painted though? And doesn't the fog almost look like souls marching on by? Whispering souls. You can see through just something by. Walking through the cave, through the night. If you ever get a chance, you should watch the movie The Fog. The one from 1980, not the crappy newer version. The one from the 1980s starring Barboa. What was her name? Adrienne Barbeau, sorry. She was an amazing actress.
I think
that
that
movie-
pass on the local delicacy.
That movie had such a great story. That was so well done. The Fog. No swimming in the waters. Looks like it's a relatively new sign too. Like he's either using binoculars or taking a picture over there. Up birds mating or just eagles waiting for some food.
What's this?
Missing. Cat watch. 01503555678. Made a note of it. Could it be that the birds have started taking revenge on the cats? You know how the cats always like to try to catch birds, bring them home as gifts to their family. Well, maybe the birds have decided get up early in the morning and catch the cats. They've gone missing. We'll see. The bear.
The creaky sign says, The Bear.
The Bear, Saxton's one and only public house. The Bear has stood on this site for over 300 years. The building itself was once a dockside warehouse and provided bed and board for fishermen forced into Saxton's safe harbor by a stormy North Sea. Come on in and sample our hospitality and try one of Saxton's famous lobsters. A peaceful, pleasant evening awaits. Evening menu is Saxton grilled sardines. Ew, that's nasty. With a roasted pepper and olive salad. Ew, not my kind of thing. It's warm smoked mackerel with onion bahi and mango chutney. Enjoy. I won't be eating that. Nope. Cucumber maki rolls. I don't know what that is. Anybody have any idea what a maki roll is? With soy sauce, ginger, and wasabi. Sounds interesting. Roast Northfield duck with roast sweet peppers and sugar snaps. I'll take the roast sweet potato. I call it sweet peppers, sorry. Sweet potato and sugar snaps. Oklahoma beef Wellington with local steamed broccoli. I'll take the local steamed broccoli, sure. Chestnut risotto. Now that sounds good with parmesan and rocket salad. Gonna rocket you out of your seat. Many desserts, including puddings, ices, and sorbets. Now that I could go for. Room tariff. Spivey's Lookout. One night. June to October is $75. November to May is $55. Captain's Cabin. One night from June to October is $60. November to May is $40. The Rum Store. One night. June to October. $55. November to May is $35. Harbor College, closed indefinitely. How much you want to bet that's what we get? Saxton's Bear is a wonderful place to stay, to dine, or visit. Take a room, have a meal, or just pop in for an ale or two. Local food, beautifully served, washed down with Northfield's apple juice. Interesting place. Okay, here's finally a first other person to meet besides that lady and her dog, so let's see what this guy has to say.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
What are you up to?
What are you up to?
On holiday, actually. And you?
Work. I'm a writer, a journalist for the local rag.
I'm guessing not much happens around here.
You would be surprised.
By local rag, he means newspaper. That was, for those youngins who've never had a newspaper, I would suggest you go to your local library and see if you can get one from the history book. From history. Maybe they have some old newspapers from the 1940s or 50s. 60s or even 70s. It'd be interesting read. Newspapers were fascinating. They always had some interesting stories, and back in those days, the reporters actually investigated what they were reporting on. These days, a lot of it is the producers doing the investigative work, or the not yet news reporters. Most of the reporters seem to be just talking heads these days that look pretty, but I could be wrong, and I probably am, so lighten up, everybody. What are you up to, sir? Oh, we already asked that. It's a foggy night here on the shore, isn't it?
It's a foggy night.
This fog hides many things.
Like treasure?
Another glory seeker.
Not exactly. I'm not sure what I'm seeking.
None of us are ever truly sure what we're seeking, at least not early on in our life. But as we get older, we find out, don't we?
I'll see you around.
You will.
Especially
Trust
when we're
me.
on our spiritual journey. Let's do it. Let's see if we can look around a little further. Go in there. Harbor Cottage, it says. Not much else we can do there at the moment. Someone left their coffee around. Couldn't just pick it up and throw it in a trash can, did they? And apparently we can't either. Much else to do there. Oh, secret. If we go this way or anywhere else other than the bear, there won't be anything for us to go. We literally get blocked. I have to go this way anyway. So now we're in the bear.
A church built onto the cliff tops, overlooking the sea.
A church. Right there. Church tower. Even though it's more of a castle tower. I guess we can call it a church. Why not?
The bear next to the harbour. The bear.
Let's see, what do we have over here? Hey, kitty, kitty. Meow, meow, meow. A nice warm fireplace. Ooh, I love warm fires.
The harbour wall. The bear next to the harbour.
This I will read another time.
An old painting, or a copy of one.
A most interesting painting, no? Looks like a ship against the rocks. Can't go into the ladies' room. It's locked. Can't go to the men's room either. It's locked too.
That's unusual. The clock is stuck at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Wow, what a time to be stuck on.
I think I'll pass on a local delicacy.
I think you're right. I think I will too. Saxon Snappers, organized by Rhys Browen. Sorry, I can't. Bronwyn is the name, from Celtic Corner. Let's take a look. What's it say? Post office letterbox. Okay. Photographic illustrations are from the collection of the last year's winner, and the year before that, and the year before that, and so forth. Young Oliver, often seen around Sexton, snapping away with his trusty camera. Images from top left area of the old box near Celtic Corner. Previously the post office. The old cross at Oakham. Pine trees near Northfield. And wild garlic by the stream. About Saxon Snappers, organized by Rhys Brownwyn of Celtic Corner, to snap photographs to capture a moment in time, to distill a single millisecond onto paper, to keep forever. The trained and imaginative-minded can sense those moments and be ready, camera in hand, and catch lightning in a bottle. Are you perhaps one of these photographic alchemists? If so, you should join Saxon Snappers and enter the town's famous competition. Grab your SLR or digital device and snap away to your heart's content. Come May Day, when she is bright and lovely, you should bring all entries to me, Rhys Browen, at the Celtic Corner, or arrange for me to collect them from your home. The best entries will be displayed in the Bear's basement bar, where the winner is announced on May Day. May Day. These lights look like old lanterns. That's cool. Old little lanterns. Oh yeah, we already looked at that picture. Alright. Time to talk to the barkeep.
Excuse me. Can you help?
Good afternoon, stranger. What can I get you?
I'll take a bottle of, still water.
Can I rent a room for a week?
Can I rent a room for a week?
All our guest rooms are taken. Busy time, May.
So there's nothing you can offer?
Well, there is the cottage on the harbour, if that suits you.
Well, I'll take anything you have.
It's clean, but a bit cluttered.
I'm none too fussy. I'm sure it will be fine.
I hope you don't mind the sounds and briny smells.
Is it nearby?
It's right on the harbour, surrounded by water.
Perfect. What do I owe you?
We can settle up when you leave. That's if you leave us, Mr. Danvers. Here's the keys and a map of the town.
What does she mean if we leave? And did you notice she said clean? Clean. She said clean. Keep that in mind, okay? Clean. It's a clean room, she said.
Pardon me, but who are you?
Me? I'm Morgan, the landlady of the Bear, and have been for a few years now. And you are?
Nigel. Nigel Danvers.
You'll be in for quite a week.
Is May a busy time for Saxton?
Yes, you could say that.
Local events?
The Saxton May Day Fair is famous in these parts. You'll be in for quite a week.
Does the pub have a phone?
Afraid not. Wouldn't be in keeping with the place.
Is there a payphone in town?
Yes, across the harbour, over the bridge and up Station Lane.
I'll catch you later.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Perhaps not, eh? Ha ha ha! Let us go. Let's see. Okay, we can't go any farther here. Notice the person?
There's someone out there.
The metal detector. Just in the water detector metal. There's a person walking on by. The birds are keeping an eye out. Keeping watch while the cats nap.
You boy. You boy. What are you doing? Loitering?
I'm staying nearby. Harbour Cottage?
This town attracts all sorts of freaks and losers at this time of year.
Freaks and losers, he says. He should know. He sounds like he's one of them.
What's so special about this time of year?
Oh dear, not too bright, are you? Had much
Neither are you,
experience
sir.
of geology, have you?
Well, no. Not really. I've always thought that,
How about archaeology?
no. But I'm willing to learn.
Gee. He sounds conceited, arrogant, and foolish, doesn't he? Definitely condescending. Do you believe this country conceals a hidden treasure,
Do you believe this county conceals hidden treasures?
I do. Whether we find them is another matter. This land is old and steeped in blood and horror. The landscape around us has been witness to the fall of kings and death in plague-sized proportions. Time and turmoil can see some items misplaced. They are there for us to find if you know where to look.
I'm keen to find the treasure. Where's the best place to start?
Well, that's an easy one. Leave town, walk back across the fens, to the station.
Yep, I'm with you so far.
Get on a train and clear off back to London ASAP.
I can't do that, Mr.
Hardacre, Professor Hardacre, famed archaeologist. Perhaps you've heard of me.
No. My journey was a one-way trip.
Seems that fame has gone to his head a little bit, hasn't it? This seems a good town in which to disappear. I don't know why we would say that to him, but let's say it.
This seems a good town in which to disappear.
On the run, are we?
No, just laying low for a while.
I'd suggest making peace with who you're running from and getting back to your own little world.
You could be right. I can but try. I'm not going back to London empty-handed.
So be it. Enjoy your stay.
Gee, he wasn't very welcoming, was he? Alright, so as you can see here, we got this little thing that looks like a little bone. Can't do anything. Let's see. Oh, we have this. I think it's the key. Let's see.
The key to Harbour Cottage.
Alright. We should drag it and bring it over here to the door. And we're in. Remember she said clean?
Oh no, this place is a dump. I guess it'll have to do for now.
Now, I don't know about all of you,
Time to have a look around.
but the first thing I would do is start cleaning up this place. Like, I wouldn't even bother hanging the coat up or anything. Oh, and he did it. He hangs his coat and hat up. I ain't none of those
Home,
bugs
sweet home.
or roaches or whatever are
Time
climbing
being.
up the wall and into his jacket pocket and in his hat. Ew, that's so gross. He should be running out and immediately getting as much cleaning stuff and traps as he can get and put it and just start cleaning up all this junk, burn this stuff. You can literally throw it out into a garbage bin and just clean up this entire house, because look at it, it's filthy. Oh, there'd be no way, man. I'd be afraid I feel like someone would be crawling out all over me. Can't believe he just puts his stuff down. Look at this, hasn't been washed. And it gets even worse. Look at this, it's filthy. Hasn't been washed, floor hasn't been cleaned. Look at this bathtub. Ew. Rusted and filthy. Look at this soap. Ew, that's so gross. The toothpaste and toothbrush look like they're all filthy and need a wash, and this needs to be painted. The walls need to be washed. The floor needs to be scrubbed. Bathtub needs a good scrub. The toilet needs a good scrubbing. The sink looks like it needs a good scrubbing. Yuck. Cleaning is not the forte of the people of these people, eh? Look at all over the floor junk. Needs a good cleaning, that's for sure. Those cans probably all outdated. That needs to be torn away. Thrown away. Crabtree Estate. Buy, selling, auctions, land management, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. Harbour Cottage, Saxton, Anglia. The delightful Harborside Cottage will be offered in auction in nearby Rendlesburg on the 7th of November 1988. Offers over £50,000 are expected. Location perched on the very edge of Saxton Quay, Harbour Cottage offers great views at the working harbour on the front and the coast path and open sea to the rear. With water surrounding the building on three sides, the cottage often feels at sea, bobbing up and down on the ocean. The cottage is ideally placed within the heart of town, with access to Saxton Shore, the Bear Restaurant and Bar, as well as the shops near the museum and train station. The history of Harbor Cottage is now available. Following the death of the previous owner, Mr. Edward Molina, previously Eduardo de Molina, before settling in England from Spain in the 1950s. Please note that the cottage needs substantial modernization and restoration. You think it needs a real good cleaning too, to meet the British standards of rental accommodations. If planning to lease or rent, the walls are in excellent condition given the harbor side location. Local surveyors have often marveled at the resilience of the cottage, stating it is as if it looks after itself, but it definitely doesn't clean itself. Some walls date back to the 17th century. The main upper rooms supporting the timber salvaged from the doomed ships of the Spanish Armada. The building was used as a storage house for boats and goods for over 3 centuries. With basic living accommodations above, many fishermen far from home and abroad will have slept in the upper levels, seeking safe harbor in the town. Ownership Harbor Cottage is offered as a freehold with rights and responsibilities to the arms of Saxton Quay, which fronts the flanks of the building. Private ownership was granted to Edward de Molina in the mid-50s, when the use of the building was changed from mixed commercial to private dwelling. Molina planned to make the cottage Saxton home, inviting his wife to join him from southern Spain. Sadly, tragedy followed, leaving the cottage empty for 3 decades. With no family interest or claims to ownership, the cottage is now returned to the Saxton Guild. Interesting.
There's something about this wall. Something not quite right.
How do you like this painting? It looks like it's a doorway, right? I mean, I guess some people would say it's the beginning work of a hinge, like Stonehenge. But to me, it looks like a doorway. Pass on through. Where? Your guess is as good as mine. Anybody have any tales of traveling through doorways? That you'd like to share? Now, to me, this looks like a pretty lady standing out gazing at a sunset or a sunrise. What do you think it looks like to you? Feel free to share.
There's a windmill carved into the wood.
It looks so cool. Windmill, some water, it looks like a beach. The heck?
What was that sound?
Something smashed. There's nothing in there. Wall's still the same, mirror still intact. How about this one? Plate fell. It shattered. And of course, we're not gonna. This guy does not clean, so he does not clean it up. Instead, we're just gonna walk all over the sharp plastic and cut into our souls and read this part of the book that fell down. It says, March 14th, 1952. The cottage is ready. I could never have believed the old storehouse could look so charming. The view from the window is truly delightful. Who would have thought such a humble building could offer so much? The carpenters of Saxon have followed my instructions well. Even the door frames have small windmill motifs, which Christina is sure to find charming. I count the minutes until her arrival. March 23rd, 1952. Christina has arrived this afternoon. It is wonderful to have her here in Harbor Cottage at last. Saxton welcomed her, but still she seems unsure of the place. I will have to introduce her to the others as soon as possible. It is important that she warms up to the place, as I intend for us to stay for many, many years. March 24th, 1952. The locals have taken to her, as I hoped they would. We celebrated Saxton's newest arrival with drinking, dancing, and singing within the warm panel rooms of the Bear. Christina wishes to continue her work as soon as possible. This is a wonderful sign. If she can sew, stitch, and weave, then I know she'll be content to live here in this old town with me. Christina is sick. Something we ate, she said. But I ate the same as she. I have put her to bed and disturbed her sleep only to bring water. My work will take me away from town for several days. But can I leave her, a strange face in a strange town? No, certainly not. She just got here. She's sick. You must tend to her. Your business can wait. Or, if it cannot, well, then you don't need that business. She should come first. No, he says, I will stay by her side. Her beautiful hair has begun to thin. I have kept this news from her. It can do no good. No good.
The other pages appear to be blank. That's very odd.
Aha. A man on a horse, looking back. What's he looking to? The boat's swaying in the water on the dock behind the house.
There's a windmill carved into the wood.
That's such a nice carving, too. Well done. Some riders on horseback with a dog. Very interesting sight.
This is the perfect place to pin the Haddon documents.
The Haddon documents. Haddon Industries basement system log. System start. Login cleared. Pro Mr. Pending. Authorization cleared. Hair Mr. Pending. Password cleared. Paranormal division. Project Darkfall. Project Darkfall granted initializing project. Detected by firewall. Password cleared. Late arrival posted. Admin department. Okay, so just a bunch of his attempts to log in. Some more authorizations to try to get into Project Darkfall. Whatever that is. Doesn't tell us much. Then we come over here to this document. It says, Haddon Industries D-Lab Experiments Case File Project Darkfall. Report submitted by Mr. Hare. April showers. The chasm ripped open at shadow time. Confirming our estimations. Crow operated the energy field as I observed in the gallery. Staring into the chasm revealed forms within the swirling clouds. Pure dark energy. Could they be organic life forms or just phantom forms? Adrift within the sea of supernature. I could swear that many of them forms seemed to take an almost humanoid shape, with the arms reaching out as if hoping to be dragged from the chasm and pulled into our world. It's true, I fear that could never be allowed. What terrible effect would such an action have on our world? Mr. Haddon is due to revisit the lab later in the afternoon. I can only hope that the forms reappear when we open the chasm. He will know what to do. Our technology needs this research. We are so close to seeing into the world beyond the chasm. What will lie down the other side? There's actually a couple of Darkfall games. Darkfall the Journal, Darkfall 2 the Lighthouse, and Darkfall Lost Souls. Really good games. I'll be playing them eventually and posting them up on both my Twitch account and YouTube. Look at that. That's one of the creatures. Looks like to come through. Look, looks like a floating hand spinning around, like a Wolfman hand. I don't know what that is, but it kind of looks a little like an Ankh symbol, doesn't it? Or a giant eye.
An empty photo album. I'll rest after I have finished investigating.
I don't know what more there's left to do, so let's go take a look. Already read the journal. Already read through those books. Ain't nothing there. Oh, we didn't look at this picture of the two ladies either walking to and staring out at the sunrise or walking from the sunset. Or is it something else?
A phone number for Cat Watch.
Is there more for us to do? Let's see. I guess there's something to check out that I didn't check out before. Let's see. Okay, we still can't go that way.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
What are you up to?
What I
On holiday, actually.
work. I'm a writer, a journalist for the local rag.
I'm guessing not much happens around here.
You'd be surprised.
I'll see you around.
You will. Trust me.
Trust him. I don't think there's anything else. We already talked to the landlady. We can't talk to her anymore. Oh, we haven't gone out this way. Ew.
I think I'll pass on the local delicacy.
Arbor Wall, rebuilt 1847. The reconstruction of Saxon's precious harbor wall was made possible through the generous donations made by Frederick Ager of Northfield.
I can see the pine trees above Saxton.
See, we haven't explored this area yet.
Sea creatures? It's too dark to see with my own eyes.
Alright, we have now officially explored every part of Saxon that we can, so let's go back into the house. And I think we can call it, they'll finally let us call it a night. Let's see.
Home, sweet home. For the time being.
Lord's cereal. Ooh. Another boat tied up by the dock.
An empty photo album.
What am I missing? What haven't I done that we're supposed to do?
I'll rest after I've finished investigating.
Huh. I know I've seen everything already. You've read everything. Or have we?
The phone line is silent. It must be disconnected.
I'm just gonna go through everything again just to see what I missed.
The other pages appear to be blank.
About the front of the
That's
book,
very odd.
both the front of the book is blank and the back.
The other page. That's very odd.
Now we can't find Lucy. We don't have the option of seeing her just yet.
No one has been through there for decades.
Already gone through that. Already seen that. And every picture.
There's something not quite right.
Something odd about the wall. Something not quite right.
There's a windmill. There's a a phone number for Cat Watch.
This is all of Saxon. At least all that we know of so far. Now, if I've done everything right, when we enter the room, we should finally hear what we're hearing. Good. And we can finally click this. Alright, so we saw everything now. The Great Northfield Stag donated to the bear by Frederick Ager.
Frederick Ager.
Something's up there. Ooh, it's a key from the eye of the stag. The key goes to this chest. Hear that?
There's someone in there.
You hear a bunch of meowing? There's nothing there.
That's strange. Something was trying to get out.
Did we just let something out that was locked in maybe a portal or something? Did we lock something out that may have been in a portal? I wonder. It's time for us to take a nap in just a moment here. Okay, it's time for us to take a nap now. Let's take a nap. What is that sound knocking? Night 1. First impressions. The cottage is a dump. Really depressing. Filthy. Derelict. But beggars can't be choosers, but he could be one that washes and cleans it up. Maybe even fixes it up. If he has time. Well, it's hard to explain. But I think it may be haunted. We have to track down the girl from the train. We couldn't do it during the daytime. Learn what we can from her wallet. We already did. Explore a town in nightfall. Learn about the legend of the 3 Anglo-Saxon crowns of Anglia. What is this lost crown they talk about? Dig out some info. Harbor Cottage. There must be a story or two. Who was the old woman by the beach? Does she know my name? And why did she sound like she was expecting us? We must explain to Haddon. Beg if need be. Need to get hair and crow off my back. Who set up the candle? We didn't. Did it light itself?
Has someone been here?
Mr. Danvers, I am deeply sorry about the state of the cottage. It's so neglected. No one has stayed here for a while, but you said it was clean. It's practically forgotten. My brother bought the place in auction back in the 80s with plans to turn it into something special. But after buying this place, well, he kind of fell out with it. He had an accident on the stairs. I've had a bit of a cleanup and lit some candles. There's no electricity. The main rooms, rats have made meals of the cabling long ago. As far as the kitchen is useless, I've had a word with Uncle Slaughter, who owns the lighthouse. What a name, Uncle Slaughter. He owns the Lighthouse Cafe, and he says you can dine there for free. I'm also refunding half the tariff, which you can settle up later in the week. Which he didn't tell us how much. She also said we could settle when we're leaving or if we're leaving. What did she mean by that? It's a long time since anyone has stayed in the cottage, so I wish you well. Morgan Mankle, Lady of the Bear, P.S. Give the local competition a go, leaflet attached. Saxton Stafford. We've already got that. I'm knocking on the door. I thought somebody was knocking on the door.
I feel somebody watching me from the darkness. I should investigate.
Okay. Well, we can't go over there. That's the only way we can go. Ooh.
Who is that? Maybe I should follow.
Looked like Professor Hardacre, but he just disappeared.
I'll lose him if I don't pick up the trail. I must find out what he's up to. Mr. Hardacre, you're a hard man to follow. I nearly lost you.
Not interested. I brought you here for a reason, and one reason only. I want you to leave Saxton at your first convenience and never come back.
What? Now look here. You can't order people about. I'm no threat to you, like you pointed out. I know nothing about geology or archaeology.
That's not the half of it. There's mystery and danger involved. You know nothing about this town or the land around us.
So, is that a crime?
It takes skill, understanding, and a strong mind to find what's hidden out there in the fens. It's an old land which can be unforgiving to those who blunder in with their eyes closed and their chins wagging.
Oh my. Oh my. It'd be nice if he told us why he felt there was such danger. What danger, sir?
Danger? What danger?
It's as I thought. You know nothing yet.
Are you threatening me, Mr. Hardacre?
No, you fool. I'm trying to warn you. Take that cottage, Harbour Cottage, that you'll be staying in. Know much about it, do you?
You know I don't. It's a small place, a bit stuffy, but nice enough.
Listen out, tonight, as you're drifting into sleep. Listen for the sounds.
Sounds? What sounds? Are you saying the cottage is haunted?
You'll know soon enough. They always do.
What is he talking about? It sounds like one of the presidential campaigns where they ask you, where you ask them a question, and they never answer it. They just ramble on about something that means absolutely nothing to what you ask them. Or at least one presidential candidate in particular. Don't make them. But, well, that's neither here nor there. Let's go on. An old man? An old land?
An old land?
Some parts of our land have seen great things. Others have seen murder, disease, and disaster. If you look close enough, you can see the signs. A landscape can seem empty and desolate when the sun sets low and the wind chills the blood. But the land is never empty. It echoes with the voices of those that have gone before, pagan warrior kings, great gods, and fearsome beasts. Keep your eyes and ears open, and you'll know soon enough.
What are the fen?
What are the fens?
An ancient world of murky waters and whispering reeds. They surround us on all sides, trapping us here, so to speak. Take a walk tomorrow morning out across the shore, through the Fenland Eye. The fens will be waiting, like those who dwell there. They are always waiting.
Where is the treasure?
Oh dear, oh dear. You didn't really think it would be that easy, did you? Things that are lost are waiting to be found. But what of those precious items that have been hidden, stashed away, for good reason? Should we go looking for treasures we are not supposed to find?
You are talking nonsense, Mr. Hardacre.
Nonsense, is it? Well, we shall see. Watch your back, Danvers. Not everyone in this town is as accommodating as myself. There are those who won't take too kindly to you digging up what should lay buried. That's enough questions, Danvers. If you insist on staying, think on what I have said. You're just a lad. Be careful what you go looking for. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Hardacre.
And Mr. Hardacre just disappeared. But of course, Nigel Danvers was not looking in that direction, so he didn't see. I thought he invited Nigel Danvers over here so he could try to push him off the water, but Make him disappear, it sounded like, didn't it? No, he's trying to warn him. Without giving a real warning or a real reason why. Or any kind of real explanation. If anything, it made it more tantalizing.
What's this?
Alex, a spit more. Now, this town, so far from what we've seen, looks like a really old town with very few modernization. Why is it our character, Nigel Danvers, is Lucy Rubens, and Alex Spitmore seem to be the only one that appear to be close to modern day? And the new message says, subject worries sent at 16:05 today from contacting address. Contacting it is becoming difficult to avoid you around town. I'm not sure how long I can keep up this charade. I am sure you will find the culprit, but please be careful. I know nothing about what this person is capable of. Watch your back. April 28th, Friday. Isn't it curious? No date is ever given other than the date on our card, ID cards, of Lucy Rubens. The only other thing we can see on the phone is this: 1706. New face has arrived in town. 1723. Stranger who calls himself Dan. 1727. I overheard Danvers booking Harbor Cottage for Morgan Minkle in the bed. 1735. Danvers entered the Harbor Cottage. 1758. Has yet to leave. What's he up to? Probably cleaning it. What he should have been doing. 18. Looking at you look lost, confused. 1845. Danvers is retired to bed. Will spy those by the harbor. Someone new must know more. That is it. We won't be able to find anything else but the same thing over and over again, no matter where we click on that phone. Hello, sir. Hey there. Don't fall off the ladder.
Hello up there.
Oh, good evening to you.
What are you doing in the middle of the night, if you don't mind me asking?
What are you doing?
Fixing this here bunting to the buildings.
Why? Is there a celebration due?
Where you been hiding? There's May Day round the corner.
Saxton's a quiet town.
Well, if you say so.
Could you fix the electricity in Harbor Cottage? I don't know why we were asking him this. We don't even know who he is or what he actually does.
Could you fix the electricity at Harbor Cottage?
Gone again, is it? Damn wiring.
Is that a no?
Hey, for now. Sorry, lad.
I'll let you get
I'll
on.
let you get on.
Maybe they'll come quicker that way.
Check out the cat where the birds once perched. Check out another cat where the bird once perched up on the top.
Now to find a phone box and phone handle. Time to make amends.
See the cat up there? Uh-huh. Yep. I'm telling you, the cats better watch out. The birds are getting them in the morning. Cats better hide. There's the cat now. We can't do anything here right now. We're gonna go If we go straight that way, we go to the antique shop, train master station. We're gonna go this way. It says Harbor Path, which is that way. Coast Path, which is this way. Museum, which is this way. Can't do anything up at the museum tonight, so let's go this way. Ah!
You could be fined for that, you know.
Excuse me?
Pasting posters, fly posters. It's illegal, isn't it?
I have no idea. Is there something you want? Are you lost?
Actually, I have something of yours.
Oh, really? And what's that?
Your wallet. Here, take it.
Oh, thanks. I didn't mean to snap.
So, what's the poster for?
Take a look.
Reuben's Fair. Huh. Oh dear. Are the freaks coming to town?
You could say that.
I'm Nigel, by the way. Nigel Danvers?
I'm Lucy. Lucy Rubens.
I see. Part of the fair?
Yep, I'm one of the freaks.
Oh, you put your foot in it now, Nigel.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Too late.
Too late.
I saw you out in the reed beds.
You mean the fens?
Fens? What's the origin?
It's Anglo-Saxon for a swamp, or marsh, or bog. Quagmire, perhaps?
Same to you too.
Oh, a comedian.
Sorry, had a message come up. I had to type out.
So, are you local?
I was, but I only returned for the holidays.
You must know the surrounding area very well.
Not really. I tend to stay in town. I have my studies.
Ah, what are you studying?
Psychology.
Really? So what do you make of me?
You are desperate, insecure, and seeking phantom treasures.
How did you know that? Ah, pretty obvious, is it?
Uh-huh.
He sounds a little like me. How about you? Would you say that describes any of you as well? Post it. I'll leave you to your poster. Pasting your posters. Poster paster.
I'll leave you to, paste your posters.
See you around, sunshine.
Ah, you call him Sunshine. Isn't that cute? That's so sweet. We gave her
What's this?
we gave her her wallet. Yeah, we did. Okay, good. What do we have here? Oh, that's the letter. Morgan Minkle. Alice Spitmore. Seek the truth. Find answers. Well, let's try calling him first. So to call someone, you just drag the card or paper that has a phone number on it. Drag it right up to the phone. In real life, that wouldn't work that way. You'd have to pick up the phone and dial them up. But it's a game.
Alex Spitmore is busy right now. Please leave a message.
Now we'll grab his number and just put it up here. That's his work number.
I want to speak to Haddon.
And why would Mr. Haddon want to speak to you?
I have something to say. To make a deal.
My dear Mr. Danvers, what could you possibly offer?
Haddon?
Speaking? Is there something you want to say?
Leave me alone. I didn't see anything. So call off your dogs.
Mr. Hare and Mr. Crow have your welfare in mind, Nigel.
Well, they won't find me. I've left the city.
Yes. How are you finding Saxton so far? That phone box looks a little, old-fashioned.
What? How did you... Are you still spying on me?
Oh, Nigel. That's a little rich, coming from you.
I didn't intend to hack your files.
Like you didn't intend to print off some copies.
What is that stuff, anyway?
The future, dear boy. And the past. We have the technology, as you know.
What do you want from me, Mr. Haddon?
Nothing and everything. A few little tasks.
Involving the paranormal. I'm not a lab rat, Haddon.
That's exactly what you are, Nigel. A rat in a trap. Help us with our research. You won't go unrewarded.
Where are Hare and Crow?
They've lost your scent, Nigel. You need not worry.
Tell me about the research.
Ah, I knew you'd show an interest. You can help us, Nigel.
I'm not a scientist, Haddon, nor a ghost hunter.
Paranormal research can require very little, Nigel.
I have nothing except the clothes that I stand in.
Scrying.
I beg your pardon?
Scrying is an ancient art. You only need water and a mirror.
What do I do? Is it dangerous?
It can be. Pour the water down the mirror and watch. And wait. You may be surprised by the results. We often are.
We? You practice this scrying in the lab?
Yes, with amazing results. Just believe and look deeply. The ghost hunters of old showed great ingenuity.
He's right about that. They did show great ingenuity back then.
Tell me about the research.
Ah, I knew you'd show an interest. You can help us, Nigel.
I'm not a scientist, Haddon, nor a ghost hunter.
Paranormal research can require very little, Nigel.
I have nothing except the clothes that I stand in.
Scrying.
I beg your pardon?
Scrying is an ancient art. You only need water and a mirror.
What do I do? Is
Yeah.
it dangerous?
It can be. Pour the water down the mirror and watch. And wait. You may be surprised by the results. We often are.
We? You practice this scrying in the lab?
Yes, with amazing results. Just believe and look deeply. The ghost hunters of old showed great ingenuity.
is required for a lot of things. You give your 100, if you believe with all your soul, all your body, all your instinct in something, it can come into fruition. Law of attraction, right? Or something like that. One of those laws. There's quite a few. How do you know where I am?
How do you know where I am?
I know everything about you, Nigel.
How comforting. What happens next?
Await my gift. It was dispatched this afternoon.
How did you know where
Where you'd stay? Like I said.
You know everything. What's the gift?
You will see. Not all is as it seems. Keep that in mind.
These
So
experiments, am I in any danger?
Would you like me to lie?
No, but I've always suspected that...
Life should be more interesting, more exciting.
I hate my job. I'd do anything to get away.
This could be your big break, Nigel. I see you as, how can I put this? A little bit of an investment.
So, I'm forgiven for snooping.
Curiosity and ingenuity should be rewarded.
Good night, Mr. Haddon.
Good night, Mr. Danvers. Good hunting.
That was an interesting conversation. So, Haddon sees me as an investment, eh? Part of a larger experiment. So be it. He wants me to experiment using the paranormal techniques of the ages past. Also, that fussy Professor Hardacre suggested the cottage is haunted. A good place to start my experiments, eh? Scry, pour water down a mirror and gaze deeply into the diffused reflections. Conduct a simple seance. See if this is anyone or anything trying to explore the cottage with an open mind. Does this place have cold spots, atmospherics? Who was that old lady at the beach? How did she know my name? Was I expected here? It's cute. Well, we can't go that way, but we can look in here. Typewriter. Desk. Maybe newsroom? Maybe that's Spitmore's office. Such a haunting sound, isn't it? Now, how did that cat get up there? Now, had that cat's right there. There's the cottage.
That's not right.
Wrong key. That's the key to our chest. Chest. If you have a key to your chest, and you can open up your physical chest. Not chest, treasure chest. Big chest. So, we already know that there's no electricity here. The phone is not connected. Well, listen closely and tell me what you hear.
Is there anybody there? Said the traveller, knocking on the moonlit door, and his horse in the silence champed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor, and a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveller's head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said.
I can make out, is there anybody there, but not anything else that it says. Let's do some scrying. Scry with me.
Nothing ventured.
Nothing ventured, nothing. How did that get there? Wasn't there. Oh, what the heck? How'd you get there?
Is there anybody there?
Anybody there? Oh. Oh my.
Can you see me?
Ooh. Hello.
What's your name?
Ooh. Whoa. Ooh, that's, whoa, whoa.
Can I help you in some way?
Hello.
Is there something you want to tell me? Am I in danger? Can you hear me? Nothing. The event seems to have passed.
Interesting. It'll take some time to get to know. Us. Him. I do.
Is there anybody there?
Anybody there?
Can you see me?
Can you hear me?
Am I alone in this place? Show me you are here.
I think it said no.
Are you trapped in this place? Can I help you in some way? What's your name? Is there something you want to tell me? Nothing. The event seems to have passed for now.
There.
I'll rest after I've finished investigating.
What more is there to investigate? Oh, right, we need to go into one other place. Down the hall. See, it's taking a door frame now. Look to it.
There's something about this wall. Ugh, the air smells rank, like rotten flesh.
Rotten flesh. Now we should be able to go to bed.
I'll rest after I've finished investigating.
Where is there left? Did you try and conduct the seance? Explored the Edge. Oh, was there more questions I didn't ask? Let's see.
I shall leave you in peace. Nothing. The event seems to have passed for now.
I think that's what we. Maybe. Yeah. Because you notice the music played afterward. The sentence, big thing.
I'll rest after I've finished investigating. Frederick Ager.
Oh, maybe we're supposed to walk to the pub and talk to the landlady about getting some additional candles. I'm pretty sure there's nothing more we can do inside. But we haven't been to the bear.
Hello again.
What can I get you?
I'll catch you later.
Perhaps.
I didn't go by. I avoided going by the one thing. One moment. I avoided visiting the museum, so let's take a look. Maybe we need to go down this path and see everything. This is the lighthouse. We can go for food in the morning. This place called the Ark, what a name for a house, is where
I had better not disturb anybody.
Not disturb it. Alright, here.
The Saxton Bell.
I wonder how he knows that's the Saxton bell. That was it Spain though? 3 crowns there says Saxton food store. I don't think there's anything more we can ask him. Let's see.
Hello up there.
Oh, good evening to you.
Yeah, nothing new. Same question.
I'll let you get on.
Maybe they'll come quicker that way.
Nothing new there, we've already. You already felt that this place was right. We've already looked at the windows. I mean, not the windows. Picture.
Nothing ventured.
Oh, look at that. It looks even worse. Even more filthier. Like hair all over the place. How did you get in there? We can't do any more scrying.
Nothing. The event seems to have passed for now.
For now. I knew it. I knew there was just one little simple thing. Was just going down to visit the other parts of the town. Crap. Sorry about that, everybody. Should have been a little. Should have realized that.
Another bright day in Saxton. Well, another day in Saxton, at least.
Me too. I'm a new face in an old town. I survived the night. But what of those dreams? What is that? Is a room of nightmares a nightmare room? Is it a real place or somewhere imagined? It's time to delve deeper into Saxton and its secrets. Yes, my favorite thing. I love history and digging deep into mystery. Track that old woman down from the beach. She knows more than she's saying. Await Haddon's so-called gift. Study it, then wait out. Get to know the locals, especially that snotty Rubens girl. Hey, you were just as snotty to her, Nigel, as she was to you. She was just giving as good as she was getting from you, so. Try to gain access to some local knowledge. Library, museum, folklore. Find a definite local link to the last Anglo-Saxon crown. Originally, there were 3 who owned Harbor Cottage before the Mankles. We just found it out. It's Melina. But why would they haunt the place, or do they haunt the place? Is it them? Is it somebody else? Lots of questions. Lots to do. Let's get her on. Let's get it done. I need newspaper and a letter.
What's this?
Missing cats, the latest. The situation worsens as three further felines disappear. Three most beloved pets have vanished from Saxton, as the owners fear they may be the latest victims of the so-called cat nappers. Minx, Missing, and Linux. All three disappeared Saturday, April 29th. Still don't know what year it is. Includes Sunday's latest eating guide. Fishing fleet still grounded. Local fishermen despair as lobster potting is banned for another week. The disturbance of the local inland cemetery has resulted in bodies floating into the waterways around Saxton. The corpses, some of which are over 200 years old, can pollute the water for many months if left to decompose further. Read Saxton Times comment on page. With blood on your hands, you will come to me. With pain in your heart, you will set them. What was that? Well, let's go meet today, Mr. Danvers. We need some breakfast. Nobody there. Let's go this way. Birds are back in the places where the cats were. Let's go here. Where are we going? We're going to the lighthouse. Yeah, baby. Ooh, look at this. Look good. We got apricot. We got smuggler's fruit. Was it smuggler's fruit? Cane laced with brandy? Almond macaroons. Hey. We got flapjacks. Yes, I love flapjacks. Chocolate brownie, my favorite. Croissants. Ooh, I love them too, especially French toast croissants. Ooh, let's see what we get. Where did we end up?
A piece of chicken and mushroom pie.
Chicken and mushroom pie? Ever heard of such a thing? Oh, there's the lady and her dog. What'd she say her name was? Nanny Noah, I think? And her dog, George. Hello, Nanny Noah and George. Georgie.
Hello again. And hello, George.
Aha, we meet again, Mr. Danvers.
Is there somewhere I can learn about the town?
Is there somewhere I can learn about the town?
Oh, yes, indeed. The museum should satisfy your curiosity.
A museum? Where is it?
Right there. That's the outer wall. You'll find the entrance at the top of this path.
Excellent. I'll be sure to pop in.
Professor Oogle is away this morning.
Oogle?
Yes, the curator and a dear friend.
I see. When will the museum open?
I'll pop back this afternoon.
What a name. Oogle. Oogle. Professor Oogle. Okay, let's go.
I see a fair is arriving in town.
Yes, it's a yearly event for May Day. Do you like fairgrounds?
No, not really. They tend to be loud, garish, and full of crims.
Oh, what a thing to say. Keep an open mind. You may like Reuben's Fair.
Keep an open mind, we shall, my dear, we shall.
Can you suggest some places to visit?
Indeed I can.
Any antique shops, bookshops, craft shops?
There is an antique shop, but I tend to avoid the place.
Why is that?
It's unpleasant, I avoid it. So I suggest you do the same.
Okay, what about local crafts?
Say hello to Bob. Bob Tawney. He has a workshop on Station Lane. You'll like Bob. He's a kind and helpful soul. He's a true Saxton soul.
What do you mean?
His destiny lies here, in the town, like mine.
You've been here a long time?
We are here forever, as it always has been.
What does she mean she's here forever? And as it always has been? Wish we could ask her that.
Is the lighthouse good for food?
Oh yes, organic local produce only.
Great. I thought food outside London was horrible.
Not here, Nigel, not in Saxton.
What about archaeology?
The museum is your best bet. Come back this afternoon.
I'd love to learn more about the town's ghosts.
Would you now? That's very interesting.
Why, do you think it's silly?
Not at all. Just be careful who you seek.
What do you mean?
Not all of Saxton's dead were pleasant souls in life. So, don't expect pleasant souls in death.
I'll keep that in mind.
Pop back later for tea, I'll have something for you.
May I ask about something else?
Of course, I'll help if I can.
Can you take a look at this item?
Of course, I'll help if I can.
What she'll say.
You didn't steal that, did you?
No. Excuse me, sorry for coughing in your ears. Our letter. The letter we received this morning.
Oh dear God. Whoever would do such a thing? Yes, vanished without trace, dratted creatures. You are getting amazing results.
No, I'm not. We haven't done anything yet.
Means nothing to me, sorry.
She doesn't? No. You'd think she'd know all the locals in this small town.
You may be in luck. Seek your destiny.
As a Saxon Napa.
Saxton is an isolated town.
Apparently. That's it. Nothing else will mean anything.
You may change it all. Time will tell.
May change it all. Time will tell.
May I ask about something else?
What does she
of
know
course,
about
I'll
that?
help if I can.
She avoids telling us.
I'll let you get on with your gardening.
See you soon, my dear.
Answers our question, but leaves more. Ask them. Well, let's go this way. Ah. Alex Spitmore. Who's Palm
Hello
Pilot.
there.
Oh, hello.
How's the story going?
What?
Your story? For the local newspaper?
Oh, that. Yes, it's fine. Plenty to write up.
Good, good. Well, that's good.
Very good. Lots of good.
It's Alex, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Alex Spitmore.
Yes, what of it?
Strange name. What's the origin?
No idea. Buzz off, will you?
How does he not know the origin of his last name? I mean, okay, many people may not know the origin, but they know a little something about it. At least be like, it's my dad's, my granddad's, like that. But like I know my dad's Polish, a little bit of Swedish too. Are there
any theories on the treasure?
Nope. Run along and play.
Not a friendly kind of guy. So far, 2 people we've met are very unfriendly. This guy and that Professor Hadaka.
I'll see you around.
You will. Trust me.
Maybe they're the kind of people you have to just grow on, huh? In here. Hey, Piggy! Hey, Piggy!
Kieran, eh? I guess you'll be wanting my lunch.
Well, carry on.
A piece of bread. A piece of chicken and mushroom pie.
I bet you like the chicken and pie. Mushroom pie. Yeah, enjoy.
Kieran, eh?
Enjoy. Thank you for eating my lunch that I did not want to eat. Alright, let's go in here. Tawny, huh? That's Rose. Isn't she pretty? It's a very pretty picture. Pretty. That's Cole. Oh, we saw the grave for him. Life, angel, watch the happy child at play, breathing the riches of the blessed heaven. His eye was cloudless as the heaven above, but there was pity in her look of love. The flowers he gathered will their brief, bright hour, then rained their petals in the silent crowd. The boy looked up at her with strange surprise, and sadder grew pity in her eyes.
Hello again.
Hello, lad. What can I do for you?
He said hello lad, not hello love. Sometimes it sounds like he says hello love instead of hello lad, at least for me. Nanny Noah sent me.
Nanny Noah sent me.
Did she now? Why would that be?
I'm trying to learn about local crafts and folklore.
I'm a bit busy right now, but I get into the bear most evenings.
Okay, I'll see you in the pub. This workshop is old-fashioned.
Is that a good or a bad thing, do you say?
I don't know. Does all this stuff work?
Work? Of course it works. If you've got something needs fixing, bring it up here, and old Tony will fix it for you.
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Tawney. Have you known Nanny Noah long?
All my life, lad, and that's a long time.
She seems to think highly of you.
I think highly of her too.
Oh, I see. Do I sense romance?
Oh, if only, lad. But I've never, well, Ask her hand, if you know what I mean.
Has she never married?
She had a bit of bad fortune. Lost her husband. Many years ago it was.
Any children?
There was, but not now. The sea provides for this town, but it can also take away.
What do you mean?
It's the way of all things, lad.
I think there should be an option for us to get him and Nanny Noah together. They'd make a great couple. Can you tell me about the Anglo-Saxon treasure? Just from talking to him in this brief moment.
Can you tell me about the Anglo-Saxon treasure?
Oh, you're after the treasure, are you? Can't help you there.
I thought everyone in Saxton would know about it.
I didn't say I didn't know anything.
I see.
No offense, lad.
None taken. I'll leave you to your work.
I'll leave you to your work.
See you again, lad.
We can't go down that way. Let's go this way here. We'll pass Mr. Spitmore. I don't know if you see... I don't know if the animated character can show you me rolling my eyes. Oh, wrong way. Right. Game's not open. We actually want to go take a left here. Towards the harbor. We want to go up. As you'll see in a few moments. Our night. Over here. This beautiful. Well painted plate. Birds take the place of the cats during the day. Are they the ones taking?
Three crowns. A link to the legend.
Can't go in there just yet. 3 crowns, honey. It says special cheap paid tickets, London Central, Saxton Harbour, British Railways. In other places, you can click down at the bottom and it'll show you a picture at the bottom. You can't hear it, just has that.
It appears there's a rival Saxton snapper.
Ah, station master. 2 people hanging out. The station master there. Ah, is that a young station master? Maybe his dad, we'll see. Ah, gentleman of the station. Old Saxton train. They look like they're having fun, don't they?
Wartime evacuees, escaping the Blitz, back in the 40s. Station Master.
Mr. Danvers! Saxton treating you well, is it?
Station Master, do you live in Saxton?
That I do. Did the young lady get her purse back?
Delivered personally.
Oh, well done, sir.
What news, Station Master?
I hear Harbour Cottage has a new tenant.
Me.
Ah, thought it might be. Everything all right, is it?
No, Not really. There's no power, and...
And what?
I'm not sure. There's something strange in the dark. Something...
Oh, look at us spooking ourselves.
Still no trains, Station Master?
No trains today. The spring...
Spring tides flood the fens, I know.
Nothing wrong with good old legwork.
So the train tracks are safe to walk?
Well, I didn't say that, but you should be quite safe during the day.
Oh, are there night trains?
No, but the tracks are different at night.
How different?
Is this a station or a museum?
A station, of course, but we are proud of our past.
I'm guessing your father worked on the trains?
Yes, and his father before him.
So these photographs are personal to you?
When they stay up.
What do you mean?
Blasted things have a habit of falling down during the night.
I imagine this station has a tale to tell.
Oh, indeed it does. A right royal treasury of twice-told tales.
Are any specific to the tracks or these photos?
Well, there was the great crash back in the 20s. The old apple train heading for London, back in my father's time.
What happened?
He was master of this station back then. The apple train ran from Northfield Junction to London, carrying fruit for the local bigwig, Master Gurney. He owned the land around Northfield, ran that train. Packed full of ripe apples it was, and his sorting staff.
Sorting staff? To sort the apples?
That's right, poor souls, paid pennies they were. That train had been running for, nigh on 30 years when it happened.
What did happen, Station Master?
It was the last train that evening, and a foggy night it was. My poor dad was out in the cold at Northfield Junction, waiting to change the tracks. He could hear the train approaching through the fog, so, like he'd done 100 times, he pulled the lever to divert the train on its course. Only the lever jammed, stuck fast. My dad swore the fog itself seemed to curl and twist itself around that junction. It was a queer business, no mistake.
Go on, Station Master.
Well, my father thought fast, like anyone would in such circumstance. The train would derail when it hit that junction, so he lit his lamp to a fiery red, burning bright in the darkness. Old Tonka, the driver, could spot a red lamp a mile off, normally, with that damned fog. Shouting he was, my poor old dad. That apple train was not slowing for no one. Then it happened. The great engine loomed up out of the fog, and it caught the rails, screamed out its agony. My father threw himself into the reeds by the side of the track, and watched in horror as the carriages toppled and fell into the river. He could hear the screams of the men on board, men he'd known all his life, trapped on the train as the cargo fell upon them, pushing deeper into that murky water.
Oh my God, they drowned?
Every one of them. My dad tried to pull them free, but the bodies were...
Were what? Please tell me.
Beyond hope, smashed to pieces amongst the apples. The sweet smell of apples, and the sweet, sickly smell of blood. He only spoke of it once, that same night, in the Bear. A few brandies helped. They always do. Oh boy, that was a night we'd never forget. My poor old dad. Oh, listen to me, getting all emotional. I blame you, sir. Time to get back to work.
There's an episode of Beyond Midnight called The Signal Man which is basically, well, similar to that story. Here is the story of the Signal Man from Beyond Midnight. This is the Signal Man from Beyond Midnight.
Hello, below there!
When the signal man heard my voice thus calling to him, he was standing at the door of his box with a flag in his hand furled round its short pole. One would have thought he could not have doubted from what quarter the voice came, but instead of looking up to where I stood on the top of the steep cutting over the railway line, he turned himself about and looked down the line. There was something remarkable about the man, the way he stood, something strange, perhaps uncanny, but certainly I would have termed such a thought mere imagination then. I know now what was remarkable about that man, and even though years have passed, I still see his figure, foreshortened and shadowed down in the deep trench, my figure high above him, so steeped in the glow of an angry sunset that I shaded my eyes with my hand before I saw him at all.
Hello, below! Is there any path by which I may come down and speak with you?
Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
Now, ladies, we're speaking about Biotex in a series of programs, and Mrs. E.B. Granger of Gordon Road, Heathfield in the Cape wrote to say that she decided to try our Biotex just to see if it lived up to our claims. And she said, I bought a packet, and lo and behold, it actually did just what the advert said. I'm so proud of the children's white shirts, the hankies, and the underwear that I want to say it will be Biotex for me every washing day from now on. Some of my family's accessories were left with slight stains, but now, thanks to Biotex soaking, they come out white, and the stains do go away, as you say. Now, that is a statement from Mrs. Granger of Heathfield of the Cape, and it bears out what we have been saying to you, ladies, ever since Biotex first came on the market. We said to you, it is different to any washing product that you've ever used before. We claim that the stubborn stains will vanish, and people like Mrs. Granger bear out our claims. Remember, Biotex.
I climbed down and approached the man. He stood now with his left hand at his chin, his right hand across his breast. His post was in as solitary and dismal place as ever I saw. There was an earthy, deadly smell, and little sunlight penetrated down to the line and signal box. The gloomy entrance of the black tunnel yawned. I stopped a few feet in front of the man, and suddenly he stepped back and raised his right hand. There was something in the man that daunted me. This is a lonesome post to occupy. A visitor, I should think, must be a rarity, yes? I looked down from up yonder and felt a need to come down. Signal boxes have always riveted my attention. He directed a most curious look towards the red light near the tunnel's mouth. The light is in your charge, is it not? Don't you know it is? A monstrous thought came into my mind. This was a spirit, not a man. I stepped back, but then I detected in his eyes some latent fear of me.
You look at me as if you had a dread of me.
I was doubtful whether I'd seen you before.
Where?
There, by the light.
There? My good fellow, what should I do there? Well, however, be that as it may, I never was there. You may be sure of that. I've always had a fascination for railways and their working. If it would not disturb you, may I prevail upon you to show me over your box?
Of course, then. Come this way, sir, come this way.
Thank you.
Come this way, sir, please. Manual labor I have next to none. I have to trim those lights, turn that iron handle now and then. Many long, dreary hours I have to spend here, so I occupy my time working at fractions and equations, problems, you know.
Is it necessary for you always to remain in this damp air down here? Even in this signal box with a fire aglow, it is somehow oppressive. Can you never rise into the sunshine?
Well, that depends upon times and circumstances.
I see.
Under some conditions, there will be less upon the line than under others. In bright weather, I go up for a change. Certain hours of the day and night, I'm freer than others. But at all times, I'm liable to be called by my electric bell.
Forgive me, but you appear better educated than your station in life calls for. I mean no offense.
When I was younger, I was a student of natural philosophy. I attended lectures, but it all came to nothing. I ran wild and was sent down. I've never risen again. But I've made my bed, sir, and now I must lie on it. It is too late to make another.
Acceptance of things for what they are. There is something to that. You almost make me believe that I have met a contented man.
I used to be. But I'm troubled, sir. I'm troubled.
Oh? With what? What is your trouble?
It is very difficult to impart. Very, very difficult to speak of. If you ever make another visit, I will try to tell you.
But I expressly intend to make you another visit. Say, when shall it be?
I go off early in the morning, and I shall be on guard at 10 tomorrow night.
I'll come at 11.
I'll show you my white light. That is, till you've found the way. When you have found it, don't call out. And when you're at the top, don't call out.
Very well.
Let me ask you a parting question. What made you cry, hello, below there, tonight?
Heaven knows. I cried something to that effect.
No, not to that effect, sir. Those were the very words. I know them well.
Well, I spoke thus because I saw you below and wished to attract your attention.
For no other reason.
What other reason could I possibly have?
You had no feeling that they were conveyed to you in any supernatural way?
No.
Oh, good night, sir. Oh, may I inquire your name? Mine is William Bendy.
Mine is Charles Dickens.
There was something singularly peculiar about the man. Of this I was sure. And I could hardly wait the time before I could speak with him again. That he was well educated, there was no doubt. That he feared something or someone very greatly, there was no doubt either. There was something tortured about him. While we talked that first night, he was several times interrupted by the little bell and had to read off messages and send replies. Once he had to stand and display a flag as a train passed. Once or twice, while he was speaking, he turned and watched the bell, and his face drained of all color when it did not ring. I was punctual to my appointment the next night. Good night, sir. My hand.
Good night to you, sir. And here's mine.
I have made up my mind, sir, that You shall not have to ask me twice what troubles me. Oh, please be seated.
Oh, thank you.
I took you for someone else yesterday night. That troubles me.
That mistake?
No. That's someone else.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Like me?
I don't know. I never saw the face. The left arm is across the face, and the left arm is waved, violently waved. This way. For pity's sake, clear the way. One moonlight night, I was sitting here when I heard a voice cry, "Hello, below there! Look out!" I started up, looked from that door, and saw this someone else standing by the red light near the tunnel, waving as I just showed you. The voice seemed hoarse with shouting, and he cried, "Look out! Look out!" And then again, "Hello, below there! Look out!" I caught up my lamp, turned it on red, and ran towards the figure. "Hello! Below there! Look out! Look out! What's wrong? What has happened? Where? Hello! Below there! Look out!" The figure just stood in the blackness outside the tunnel. I advanced so close upon it that I wondered at it keeping the sleeve before the eyes. I ran up to it and had my hand stretched out to pull the sleeve away when it was gone.
Into the tunnel?
No. I ran into the tunnel 500 yards. I stopped and held my lamp above my head and saw the figures of the measured distance and saw the wet stains stealing down the walls and trickling through the arch. I ran out again, faster than I had run in, for I had a mortal abhorrence of the place upon me, and I looked all around the red light with my own red light, and I went up the iron ladder atop of it, and then I came down again and ran back here. I telegraphed both ways. "An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong? An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong?"
All well. All well.
"An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong?"
All well. All well.
"An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong?"
This figure must have been a deception of your senses, a deception of your sense of sight. Figures such as you describe sometimes originate in the delicate nerves that minister to the functions of the eye. As to the imaginary voice, well, the wind is the wind which sometimes sounds, well, in this unnatural valley, think...
That is all very well. I know about the wind and telegraph wires. I pass many long nights here, alone and watching, but I beg to remark, sir, that I've not finished my story.
I ask your pardon.
Within 6 hours after the appearance, a memorable accident on this line happened, and within 10 hours, the dead and wounded were brought along through the tunnel, over the spot where the figure had stood.
Now, an effective spray-on furniture polish that gives a wax shine instantly. Johnson's Pledge. Just spray on, and your duster becomes a magnet. Picks up every speck of dust in seconds. Pledge dusts, cleans, deep waxes quickly, easily. And new, deeper wax formula Pledge will protect your furniture longer. Buy Johnson's Pledge Aerosol today.
Soak, that's all you have to do. Soak, just for an hour or two you'll find things look as good as new when you use new Biotex.
Amazing new Biotex soaks stubborn stains away.
Clean, everything soon will be clean, for all the world to see. Soak, stains away easily new when you use new Biotex.
Get amazing new Biotex today and let soaking do the washing.
Within 10 hours, the dead and wounded were brought along through the tunnel over the spot where the figure had stood. This was just a year ago. 6 or 7 months passed, and I had recovered from the surprise and shock when, one morning, as day was breaking, I, standing at that door, looked towards the red light and saw the spectre again.
Did it cry out?
No, it was silent.
Did it wave its arm?
No. It leaned against the shaft of the light with both hands before the face like this. Like an action of mourning I've seen in stone figures on tombs.
Did you go up to it?
I came in and sat down, partly to collect my thoughts, partly because it had turned me faint. When I went to the door again, daylight was all around me, and the ghost had gone.
Ghost?
That very day, as the train came out of the tunnel, I noticed at a carriage window on my side a confusion of hands and heads. I saw it just in time to signal the driver, stop. He shut off and put his brakes on, but the train drifted past here, 150 yards or so. A beautiful young lady had died instantly in one of the compartments, and she was brought in here to the box and laid there on the floor between us. True, sir. True. Precisely as it happened. So I tell it you. Now, sir, mark this and judge how my mind is troubled. The spectre came back a week ago. Ever since, it has been there now and again by fits and starts.
At the light?
At the danger light.
What does it seem to do?
Like this. For pity's sake, clear the way.
For pity's sake, clear the way. For pity's sake, clear the way.
I have no peace or rest from it. It calls to me.
Below there! Look out! Below there! Look out! For pity's sake, clear the way.
It calls for many minutes together, in an agonized way. It rings my little bell.
I remember. Did it ring your bell yesterday evening when I was here and you went to the door?
Twice.
Oh, I see how your imagination misleads you. My eyes were on the bell, and my ears were open to the bell. And if I'm a living man, it did not ring at those times. No, nor at any other time, except in the course of natural physical things when it was rung by the station communicating to you.
I have never made a mistake as to that yet, sir. I have never confused the spectre's ring with a man's. The ghost's ring is a strange vibration in the bell that it derives from nothing else. And I've not asserted that the bell stirs to the eye. I don't wonder that you fail to hear it, but I heard it.
And did the spectre seem to be there when you looked out?
It was there.
Both times?
Both times. Will you come to the door and look with me now?
Well. I saw the danger light and the dismal mouth of the tunnel. The high, wet stone walls of the cutting. There were stars in the sky. Do you see it?
No. It is not there.
Agreed.
By this time, sir, you will fully understand that what troubles me greatly is, what does the spectre mean?
I do not know.
What is its warning against? What is the danger? Where is the danger? There is danger overhanging somewhere on the line. Some dreadful calamity will happen. It is not to be doubted this third time after what has gone before, but surely this is a cruel haunting of me. What can I do?
At this, the poor man pulled out his handkerchief and wiped the drops from his heated forehead. I could think of nothing to say. nothing to put courage into him.
If I telegraph danger on either side of me, or on both, I can give no reason for it. I should get into trouble and do no good. They would think I was mad. Can you imagine? This is the way it would work.
Danger! Take care!
What's danger? Where?
I don't know, but for pity's sake, take care.
They would say I'd gone mad and they would displace me. What else could they do?
His pain of mind was most pitiable to see. It was the mental torture of a conscientious man oppressed beyond endurance by a responsibility involving life.
When it first stood under the danger light, why not tell me how it might be averted? Why not tell me where the accident was to happen, if it had to happen? When, on the second coming, it hit his head, why not tell me instead she's going to die? Tell them to keep her at home. If it came on those two occasions only to show me that its warnings were true, and so to prepare me for the third, why not warn me plainly now? And I, a poor signalman, on this solitary station, why not go to somebody with credit to be believed and power to act?
Bendy, William, you cannot blame yourself for anything. You must not become so agitated. Whoever so thoroughly discharges his duty as you do must do well. It must needs be comfort to you to know full well that you understand your duty perfectly. The fact remains, I know that you do not understand these confounded appearances, but you must not take on so. I will not insult you by trying to reason you out of your belief.
Thank you, sir.
I left him at 2 o'clock that morning. I'd offered to stay the night, but he would not hear of it. As I climbed the path up, I looked down to the red light. I did not like it. I knew full well I should not sleep sound if my bed were under it. Nor did I like the two sequences of the accident and the dead girl. I wondered how I ought to act. I knew the man to be painstaking, vigilant, and although in an inferior position, he held a most important trust. How long, with his mind as it was, would he remain to execute this trust with precision, I wondered. I resolved to accompany him to the wisest medical man in those parts and to take his opinion. Something told me that it would be most treacherous to communicate all that the signalman had told me to his superiors. It might well cost him his living. A change in his time of duty would come round next night, he had informed me. He would be off an hour or two after sunrise and on again soon after sunset. I had appointed to return accordingly. Next evening was a lovely evening, and I walked out early to enjoy it. The sun was not yet quite down when I traversed the field path near the top of the deep cutting. I would extend my walk for an hour, I said to myself, half an hour on and half an hour back, and it would then be time to go to my signalman's box. Before pursuing my stroll, I stepped to the brink and mechanically looked down from the point from which I had first seen him. I cannot describe the thrill that seized upon me when, close at the mouth of the tunnel, I saw the appearance of a man with his left sleeve across his eyes, passionately waving his right arm. A nameless horror that oppressed me quickly passed when, close at the mouth of the tunnel, I saw that this appearance of a man was a man. There was a little group of men standing further away, and this first one seemed to be rehearsing the gesture he made, the gesture the signalman had described so vividly. The danger light was not yet lighted. Against its shaft, a little low hut, entirely new to me, had been made of some wooden supports and tarpaulin. It looked no bigger than a bed. I descended the path with all the speed I could muster.
Hello!
Hello, what is the matter? What has happened?
Signalman, killed this morning, sir.
Not the man belonging to that box.
Yes, sir.
Not the man I knew.
You will recognize him, sir, if you knew him.
You raised the tarpaulin covering from the small structure I had observed from above.
His face is quite composed.
How did this happen?
He was cut down by an engine, sir. No man in England knew his work better, but somehow he was not clear of the outer rail. It was just at broad day. He'd struck the light and had the lamp in his hand, and as the engine came out of the tunnel, his back was towards her, and she cut him down. That man drove her and was showing how it happened. Show the gentleman, Tom.
Well, coming round the curve in the tunnel, sir, I saw him at the end, like as if I saw him down a perspective glass. Well, there was no time to check speed, and I knew him to be very careful. But as he didn't seem to take heed of the whistle, I shut it off. And as we were running down upon him, I called to him as loud as I could call.
What did you say?
Say, sir? Why, I said, below there. Look out. For pity's sake, clear the way. Below there! Look out! Look out! For pity's sake, clear the way! Come on, look out! For pity's sake, clear the way! Dreadful time, sir. Dreadful. I never left off calling to him, sir. I put my arm before my eyes so as not to see, and I waved this arm right to the last. But it was no use.
Let's play some music. I feel like dancing.
But I thought you had...
Didn't that sound just like the tale that the station master told? Almost exactly like it. Well acted, too. Theater of the Mind. Beyond Midnight was the name of that series. I believe that was produced in South Africa. Back in like the 40s and 50s. Let's see what we have this week. We have a paper. What's this say?
What's this?
Hi, Neville. I think it was Neville. Wasn't it? Anyway, let's start again. I'm around town today, at the end of the quay by Harbour Cottage. Let's chat busy reasons. Oh, she just left it at... Okay. Harbour Cottage. Let's chat with the young lady, shall we?
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Where did you spring from?
Right here. I'm staying in the cottage.
Harbour Cottage?
Well, yes. Why? What's wrong?
You tell me. Everything okay in there, is it?
Well, it's got no power. Refrigerator, TV, hi-fi.
That's not what I meant. That place has a reputation. A bad one.
You didn't strike me as the superstitious kind, Miss Rubens.
Oh, look, forget last night. I was tired and cold. Call me Lucy.
No problem, Lucy. We were just as bad as you were, so... And we really were. We were rude to her, weren't we? What's the deal with Harbour Cottage?
What's the deal with Harbour Cottage?
I'm not sure. We've always been told to stay away.
Haunted, perhaps?
Oh, no. Please don't tell me you're a believer.
In ghosts? Well, I've seen a few things. You know, unexplainable.
Unexplainable. Yes. That's one word for it.
Are you okay?
Yes. It's just that place. I had a bad experience in there as a child.
Want to talk about it?
No, it was silly stuff. Childhood fears, insecurities, monsters.
It's freezing out here. Can't you feel it?
Bad night, late night, too much local ale.
Bad dreams. A vision of a room.
That place will do your head in. You need to get out and about.
Any suggestions?
Ooh, Saxton is the tourist capital of the universe. The sea air might clear your head. Or you could try the caverns.
Caverns?
Yeah, just head towards the back of the beach. Watch out for Hardacre, though. I saw him heading that way. With his treasure hunting stuff. Sorry, I mean archaeology equipment.
What do you know of the townspeople?
Not a lot, but I'll help if I can.
Professor Hardacre's a strange one.
I know. Every year he turns up, looking for treasure. Always digging, always hunting. Sad, really.
Why sad?
He has nothing else to do, and no one else. He's devoted to his quest.
The old woman with the dog.
Nanny Noah? Oh, she's a sweet old thing.
I met her last night by the water's edge. She seemed...
Distant? Yes, she gets like that. There's a tragedy in that woman's past. The signs are there.
She seems very lonely.
Yes, there was something between her and Bob Tawney, but, well, it's all palm reading, herbal teas, and magic with her now.
Oh, a bit new age, is she? Well, I never. What about the pub landlady?
Morgan? Bold as horsebrush she is, and just as tacky.
You don't get on?
No, she was a bully at school. Once a bully, always a bully.
Is that your professional analysis?
Ha! I've got better minds to study than Morgan Mankell's.
You be careful, she may end up working for her.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay, what do you want to know?
You must live nearby.
That's right, we live by the harbour.
We?
Me, Mum, Dad, you know, the usual.
Uh-huh. So you all organised the fair?
You'd hope, but Mum likes long afternoons with the gin bottle, whereas Dad prefers to flirt with the horses at the track. But each May, the fair does happen in this town, so it's not all bad.
Racetracks, gambling all your money away. You'll always lose more than you'll ever win. Gambling. And drinking, same thing. You'll lose more than you'll ever gain. Alcohol. Changes your brain. Research. Not good.
Catch you later.
Without doubt, my friend.
Then it is time for us to go find Professor Harding. And she said, Who's out by the door? Well, there's one cave we've seen we have yet to explore, so let's head out that we do. We keep going straight.
West by north, 3.
Big blood on the ground, doesn't it?
1027, rising slowly. Bridlington, east northeast, 1.
Has someone been here?
1027, rising slowly. Sandetti light vessel automatic, northeast 5, 11 miles. 1027, rising slowly. Northeast light vessel automatic, north 3, 11 miles.
Strange creatures carved into the bedrock.
West by north 3.
Hardacre? Professor, so this is where you hide yourself? With the crabs and the fish heads?
Is there something you want, Danvers?
Is the treasure hidden amongst these rocks?
If you look close enough, you can see the signs.
About our meeting last night on the harbour wall.
Meeting? I didn't meet you, Danvers.
We did meet last night.
Get lost, Danvers. I've got proper work to do.
Northeast 1, 11 miles. 1027, rising slowly.
What can you tell me about the lost Anglo-Saxon crown?
Things that are lost are waiting to be found. But what of those precious items that have been hidden, stashed away, for good reason? Should we go looking for treasures we are not supposed to find?
Yes, it's just a folk tale, isn't it?
It takes skill, understanding, and a strong mind to find what's hidden out there in the fens. It's an old land which can be unforgiving to those who blunder in with their eyes closed and their chins wagging.
Know any local ghost stories?
Take that cottage, Harbour Cottage, that you'll be staying in. Know much about it, do you?
Are you saying the cottage is haunted?
Listen out tonight. As you're drifting into sleep, listen for the sounds.
Sounds? What sounds?
You'll know soon enough. They always do.
Good hunting, Professor.
Run along, boy, and play with the crabs.
We already were, Mr. Krabby Patty.
West by north 3, 19 miles. 1027, rising slowly. Bridlington, east northeast 1, 11 miles.
It's too dark to see with my own eyes.
Rising slowly. Sandetti light vessel automatic, northeast 5, 11 miles. 1027, rising slowly.
Not so fast, Danvers.
North 3.
Yes, Professor?
What's in that package?
What package?
I saw the station master struggling with it across the fens from Sedgemarsh.
Oh, that. Nothing to worry yourself. Just equipment.
Archaeology equipment?
Maybe. I guess I should go collect it.
It'll be waiting at Saxton Station. Run along.
Well, at least he was a little nicer to us there. We must be growing on him a little, huh? Tiny bit. So back to the station master we go. The bird. Go back this way. That way. This way. We still can't go there. Here.
What's this?
Nigel Danver, April 1978. So apparently we're in 1978, but 3 people have 2004 technology. Weird. And yet some areas, it's like it's the 18 or early 1900s, huh? Early 1900s.
The Haddon package. I'll open it in private.
Huh. Very little catches the eye of Esahata. Maybe very little passes his eye. He catches everything seen. That's the letter from Lucy Rubens we've already read. No need to read it again.
Home, sweet home, for the time being.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a perfect time for us to save our future. We will continue this tomorrow or in our next playthrough. And at that point in time, you will be able to see what is inside the box. Until then, good health and good fortunes to one and all.